what they have to say at MLB.com. Enjoy.
The Rays give up pitchers James Shields and Wade Davis, but come away with quite a haul of prospects from the Kansas City Royals. I'm Pete McCarthy chatting with Jonathan Mayo. And Jonathan, one of the top hitting prospects in baseball, Will Myers, you have him as the second best hitting prospect in baseball, going the way of the Tampa Bay Rays. How quickly can he become a middle-of-the-order master in Tampa?
I think fairly quickly. I mean, he's ready for his first taste of the major leagues now, Pete. And, this is a guy who really shook off what was a subpar 2011 season largely because of a knee injury. He lost some confidence and had a huge 2012, finished second in all the minors in home runs. And I'm not alone in being a little surprised that he didn't get a September call-up, although he didn't need to be put on the 40-man roster just yet. So I would imagine he'll be given every opportunity to win a job. Whether or not he's the guy they count on in the lineup right away remains to be seen. But this is a guy who is ready to see what he can do against Major League pitching right now.
Yeah, 37 home runs last year for Myers between AA and AAA. The Rays also get a pair of arms. Jake Odorizzi, who had come over from the Milwaukee Brewers a few years ago to the Kansas City Royals, now with the Tampa Bay Rays. And then Mike Montgomery, whose prospect star has fallen a little bit, I suppose, over the last year. Where do these guys stand right now?
I think Odorizzi, just like Myers, is ready for a full-time crack at a big league roster. He did get a September call-up from the Royals because he was going to have to be added to the 40-man roster anyway. And, all he's done is succeed at the minor league level. He didn't pitch that well in the big leagues, but, he pitched well at two levels, AA, AAA, started the futures game. May not have the highest upside in the world, but this is a guy that keeps the ball down. He can throw 4 pitches for strikes, and his stuff is good. I mean, it's not like he's a touch-and-feel right-hander, so I think he should get a chance to earn one of those spots in that rotation. And Montgomery is an interesting case. Stuff-wise, it's all still there. Shows the makings of 3+ pitches, hasn't suffered any major velocity loss or anything of that nature, but his command has just been terrible pretty much for 2 years. The walk rate did go down a little bit in 2012, but his hit rate went way up, meaning he was in the strike zone, but he was missing within the strike zone and became very hittable. His star has faded a bit, that's true, but if the Rays can get him right, and assuming he stays healthy, he did have elbow problems a couple of years ago, and there is some concern that maybe that's what's been affecting him, but it has not affected his velocity or his stuff. If they can get him right, this is a guy who will jump up on prospect lists in a hurry. A lefty with that kind of stuff does not come around every day.
And finally, Jonathan, third baseman Patrick Leonard included in this deal as well. Does he have a chance to be more than a throw-in here? I saw you do have him in the top 20 for the Tampa Bay Rays now.
We slotted him in for now. We'll see what happens when we re-rank, in 2013. And he does have a chance to be more than just a throw-in. Obviously, he's the farthest away of all the guys that they got. The other three are all in the upper levels or are ready for the big league. So it remains to be seen. Sometimes in these deals, it's that throw-in that ends up being the best player. He's yet to play in full-season ball. He did show some good power last summer. And this is a guy that there was some concern about the swing and miss. And he made enough contact to tap into his really good power. He'd been a shortstop in high school and made a pretty good move over to third base. Looks like he should be there long term. And assuming he continues to make adjustments and refines his approach at the plate, so he doesn't swing and miss too much, this is a guy who could profile as a pretty good run-producing, power-hitting corner infielder.
Now let's take a look at the biggest piece of the deal, James Shields. Let's hear what they got to say about the big deal that happened today.
I'm excited about being a Royal. I mean, every time I pitch against these guys, I mean, it was a tough battle every single time, and I'm excited with the way things are going, and obviously, I talked to Dayton last night, and the things that he has to say, and he told me he wants to win right now, and that's his main goal, and I'm all for it. That's what I want. I want to be on a winning team, and hopefully me and Wade can contribute to that. I'm not the type of player that puts too much pressure on myself. I just like to go out there and pitch my game. And I feel like, I feel like I'm an inning eater. I feel like I pitch every 5 days and go out there with my heart and sleeve and lay it all out on the line. The Royals are definitely in the right track. I mean, the scouting department has done a phenomenal job of getting the right guys in the drafts and I think that you see that a lot of the kids are homegrown, which is real good. And they definitely remind me of our '07 season going into our '08 season in the Rays organization, and I think there's a good possibility that we can step in that direction. We got a lot of young kids that are willing to win and willing to learn, and hopefully me and Wade can bring a little bit extra to the table to get some wins under our belt.
I'm excited about the move. I had a great time in Tampa Bay. They're awesome over there. It was a great group of guys. The coaching staff was awesome. But all I've heard about this organization is the same thing, is that it's heading in a good direction, that it's a great group of guys. And for me personally, it's a new opportunity to come out and try to win games and being part of a team that can win in the postseason. You've got all the pieces to have a great team on the field. You've got a ton of young athletes who are healthy, and really that's all you need to put it together and just get a little rhythm going and put together some winning streaks. I think you'll be surprised. It looks like a good mix of people. I think with Shields and Santana, and I've seen Guthrie pitch for a couple of years with the Orioles, and he's got an incredible set of tools and arsenal to come with him. And I've seen Hochevar and Bruce Chan. I've seen all those guys throw really well. And I'm not a 10-year veteran or a coach, but I think that it's a good mix of people. And I'd be excited as a Royals fan. I think it's a good mix of people. From what I've seen, I've seen a lot of these guys play a little bit over a couple of years, and I know all the pitchers, the bullpen, the starting pitchers, all of them are really competitive and have a lot of good things to bring to the table. And obviously, the offensive and defensive side of things are something to really be excited about. And I think that we got all the pieces to put together a really good year.
Well, special thanks to James Shields and Wade Davis and our MLB insiders at MLB.com and Jonathan Mayo and Peter. So this is special. When you look at this trade, what happened between Kansas City and the Royals, you see 4 great prospects go from the Royals to the Tampa Bay Rays, and 2 great young arms in James Shields and Wade Davis go to the Royals. So the Royals look like they're going to go for it in 2013. We'll just have to see. They need to get some more bats, I think. I don't think they have enough experience on that team if they're going to make a run in that Central Division. The Central Division is still tough. Cleveland still look good. Chicago White Sox are okay. Detroit are still hanging around, but with that pitching the Royals got now, they got to really watch out, man. I think Detroit's going to have a tough time. I think they're going to have a real tough time with the Royals this year because of their pitching. I think they have probably one of the best pitching staffs in all the American League, and you never know. I mean, anything's possible, and anything still is possible. You just got to remember that this game is one of the toughest games to call. You just never know what's going to happen next. I mean, look at Zach Greinke. He just signed a mega deal with the Dodgers, the richest contract for a right-handed pitcher in MLB history. $147 million over, I think, is it 6 years or 7 year span, and mega money. I mean, 20-something mil a year pushes the Dodgers payroll to around $200+ million. Since they bought the team, they spent over $3 billion. So it's a lot of money that this Dodger team has spent recently. New ownership. I mean, just to think, a few years ago they were in some big time trouble, and new ownership come in and they really spread their wings. And it used to be the Yankees and the Red Sox who used to be the big spenders in Major League Baseball, and the New York Mets. But nowadays these teams are cutting payroll and re-signing their own players. I think that's the right way to do it. David Wright getting an 8-year contract around $138 million is a good deal for the Mets. I feel that David Wright is the one guy in Major League Baseball that, if the Mets could ever put on a good product, like a good team around him, he could really lead this team to the playoffs again. but I think they're a few years away from maybe making the playoffs. I just don't know. I don't know why David Wright re-signed with them. I'm really questioning that. I think if they keep losing, they'll probably trade him in a few years. Now he's signed, so they want to get some top prospects from him. He signed and delivered. So we'll see what happens. He's still young, David. Now he's only 29. But, he's battled injuries. As you get into your 30s, man, you start to slow down. The bat starts to slow down. But who knows? Maybe there might be new technology that can improve your game and make you run faster, hit stronger, and not have to take anything, but new type of technology that can improve your motor skills as you get older. So we'll see what happens. Winter meetings were pretty good. We did see a host of signings. I mean, Eric Chavez signing with the Diamondbacks. Jeff Kempinger just recently signed with the White Sox today officially. Same thing with Greinke, signed with the Dodgers. And, Josh Hamilton, there's talk of Texas. But watch out for the Milwaukee Brewers. I think they are the mystery team. I think they'll give them 6 years. Mega money. Because they need someone like a Josh Hamilton to show their fans that they want to win. Because you add him to Ryan Braun and Aramis Ramirez, I think that is going to be a terrific team. So, everyone, for this MLB review, Trade Rumor Special. We'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.